Good evening, everyone. It's Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. How's everyone tonight? Everyone got their favorite drink and snack? Sorry for being late. I had to make sure my red lip gloss was on and popping. Oh, he ain't my president. He's president of the United States of America, but he's not mine. Definitely not mine. Okay. Sorry, that's my dog in the back trying to be a part of the show. Okay, everyone. What I wanted to show you guys today, hopefully this will work this time. I wanted to show you a picture so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's see if this will work. Okay. Okay, so I want to show you. Can y'all still see me? Let me know if you can still see me. President Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. Ooh, come on, what is it doing? I'm trying to show. Ooh, y'all, help me get off of this. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Please give me a better lifetime than this Chromebook. Okay. All right. Do y'all see this right here? Hold on. Do y'all see this man on the right? Do y'all see it? Is it showing to y'all at all? Let me know. Can y'all see it? The pic? Okay. Hey, Laverne. Hey, Laverne, if you still need to go talk to Matthew, go ahead and talk to Matthew. You can catch my live later. Tell him we love him, we praying for him. Hey, Dog Cigar. Tanika, I Love Christ. Hey. I Love Christ has a great, wonderful voice, y'all. I'm going to have to get her to come on the stream one time and sing. Hey, Matt Church Disease, make your sandwich. Don't forget your chips. Hey, Daryl. Working in there on the front lines. April Ross. April, Daryl's going live tomorrow. I'm live right now. Glad you're in the place. Okay? Thank you, Matt Church Disease, Dog Cigar. I'm sorry. Where's my other mob? My life is May. Okay. But here, this is what happened yesterday. This man, the president, decided that he wanted. Okay, just back it up. Everyone knows that the protest for George Floyd, who was suffocated, I won't say murdered, by a police officer in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Okay, and so There have been protests, peaceful and not peaceful. There's been some looting. There's been a lot of aggression against the protesters, whether they're peaceful or not. They've been bringing out the SWAT team type force, the riot gear, the National Guard. They've also been protesting in Washington, D.C. That's correct, Laverne. And so there was a protest. It actually was peaceful in Lafayette Park, directly in front of the White House. Now, the night before he took this photo op, the lights of the White House went black, and him and Pence, I believe, went into an underground bunker. Because the protesters that night were a lot more violent. They even had like a bonfire going, you know? But the next day, he has the military police go out, shoot tear gas at peaceful protesters to clear them out of Lafayette Park so that he could walk across the street and then do a photo op in front of St. John's Church. This is an Episcopal church. It's a branch, I say American branch of the original Church of England. Okay, but they call it here in the United States the Episcopal Church. And so this is one of their churches. The Episcopal Church is one of the largest denominations in the United States, along with the Catholic denomination and United Methodist. Okay. If you looked at my thumbnail, I took that from CNN, and you see that there's a Bishop Marianne Buddy. She is the bishop of Washington, D.C., of all the churches in D.C. And the Episcopal and United Methodist churches, and also the AME churches, women can be bishops. So that's why she's Bishop Marianne Booty. And she said that was what he did was the most unchristian-like thing she had ever saw. It is against the teachings of Christ. He sent oh wow, I'm so sorry about that. And unfortunately, I think what they're trying to do, but I really think they're making the situation worse. They want to try to stop the looting and the rioting because they just thought like, oh, everyone's going to go out there and protest. But then looting and rioting started, and it spread from city to city. But if you notice, like in the cities that it's spreading in, they're mostly blue counties or blue cities, and which is a lot of diversity, a lot of people, but they're in red states, with the exception of California and Minnesota. And so the red states are like, oh, we're gonna send in the National Guard, we're gonna shut this down. And they probably called him. They probably called this man, President Donald J. Trump, to do something about it. Yeah, he needs to open the Bible. But when you say 2 Corinthians instead of 2 Corinthians, that's a problem. That's if it is martial law or in times of extreme emergency. That happened during the Civil War. But they're trying to, and he's using an outdated law. Well, not outdated. He's still using it. The 1807 Resurrection Act to say, hey, I can declare martial law and send troops to any place that needs our help to stop the unrest. But it's like, dude, you didn't send them out last night or the night before last when they had that big old bonfire in front of the White House. You shut the lights off and went into the underground bunker. But today you feeling froggy and got peaceful protesters on a Sunday, by the way, and pushed them out. Or no, I'm sorry, it was Monday, and then pushed them out of the park so you can walk across the street and take a pic with a Bible, so you can be okay with your base, the white evangelicals who helped you get into the White House. I'm just saying, whoo, Lord. I don't know. Street and take a pic with a Bible, so you can. Yeah, I was hoping the whatchamacallit would be bigger than that, but it's not. So we can make it bigger. Anyone see Life is Lay? She's my other mod. I'm trying to make the picture bigger. Okay, it's still not going. But yeah, it's just like, sir, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing? And then, like, when he first held it, it was like down. And it was like he was trying to figure out what to do with the Bible. Yeah, the news focuses on us, like, oh, they're rioting. Like, no, you see them people? White people, like, some of the white people are out there as allies. And some of them did get in front of black people when they were getting, like, almost hurt by the police. But in a lot of other cases, white people were looting too. You know? I think some of them were undercover cops. I think some of them were white neo-nationalists, Nazis, Proud Boys. Some of them probably were, other anarchists who just don't like Donald Trump. Also, people been in their homes for like 2 months under quarantine. Their $1,200 stimulus check, it's not going anywhere. Okay. It's not helping at all. So, yeah. Let's try something. I'm trying to make sure we can make it bigger. Dallas was one of the blue counties. Yeah, there you go. Can y'all see that? Is that better? Or no? It's still not showing good. Hold on, let me stop. Let me see. Thank y'all for bearing with me the technical difficulties that I'm having right now. Okay. Oh, you don't see me at all now. Okay. Yeah, let me just stop it for right now. But him and this mm, okay. Oh, I think I did it correctly, y'all. I think I did it correctly. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it? Seriously? Oh my God, y'all can see it. Okay, wait. Still not acting right. Hold on. I thought I finally got to be able to let y'all see what I'm looking at. Oh, Lord. See, I need a new Chromebook, y'all. This is not... Okay, let's try it one more time. Okay. Let's try it one more time. I think I got it. Okay. All right, y'all can see me now. I'm trying to get this. Thank y'all for being so patient with me and dealing with my technical difficulties. You know, I'm doing okay, Betty. Tanika, you said it should have burned his hands. Yeah, it probably should have burned his hands. I just want y'all to look at. Are y'all looking at the same? Or is it this way? It's probably this way. Okay, so look at the I'm sorry, everything's opposite on my screen. Okay, look at this. The Bible upside down. April, can you? Okay, April, can we stay on topic? Let's talk about that another day. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank y'all for dealing with the technical difficulties. Hopefully, this will be the end of this. Really would like to get either mad church disease or legit doctored on, so they can tell us about this picture and how it affects. What is it saying about him using the church and religion as a prop? And the thing about this is, the First Amendment says we have freedom from religion and of religion. The state, the country. Okay, April, that's nice, but let's do that another time, okay? Because you never know. There might be people in here who are Uber people who are doing that for a living, and they might not be doing that. Okay? All right. So what I'm saying is, because of the First Amendment, we have freedom of religion. We can, any religion we want to, and freedom from it. The state can't make us, or the country, county, city, state, United States, can't make us conform or serve a certain religion. So by you being here in front of this church, Episcopal church, which most presidents do attend, it's the one next to the White House or across from the White House. But you are the president of the United States of America. Yeah, I know. And the thing is, you did that for the people who helped get you elected, because all the white evangelicals got you into the White House. And then you just went across the street with the Bible, took a picture, really didn't say anything. Not saying, I've been reading the Bible about George Floyd and I want him, his soda recipes. Nothing like that. You got the Bible upside down. You don't look like you ever used it. That Bible ain't worn. Excusing the words of Larry Reed, he ain't Piper Bible saved. I don't think he electronic Bible saved. He probably don't even have a Bible app on his phone, because he's tweeting all the damn time. It don't make no sense. You literally did something unchristian-like to go across the street so that you can be shown what the Bible. Now, those of y'all who are more churchy than I do, because I've been to church, I've been to a few Sunday school. What does the Bible say about hypocrites? What did Jesus say they would do in the streets? And this man is doing it. You got George W. Bush, who a lot of people don't like and still don't like, and I understand, saying something more presidential about George Floyd in this time of crisis than this man who is already the president. Barack Obama is saying it's more presidential. The Democratic candidate, Joe Biden, is saying something more presidential. Why is everybody else able to say something to people to help them in this crisis, and you can't do that? And then on top of that, I remember watching, I think it was Saturday, I think it might have been Sunday or Monday, and they were talking on CNN, because I've been watching a lot of CNN coverage. Also, another good channel to watch besides CNN for coverage of the different protests across the country, because they like to go to different cities. And today, Houston, where I live, is where they had our protest, 60,000, and it was not violent. It was nonviolent. And this was actually our third day of protesting. And the George Floyd's family was there. Yeah, he's starting his part to play his part to start racism, but he's also appealing to the people that got him elected. The white nationalists, the white Nazis, because when the Charlottesville boys came in with their white shirts and khakis with torches, he was saying, oh, there's some good people on both sides, because they were like opposite protesters. But when you see people being violent in the streets, whether it's for a good cause or not, it's like, oh, y'all, if there's looting, they're shooting. Sorry, what? What are you shooting black people? The whole reason why there's protesting? Now you're telling the cops that, hey, go shoot some people who are damaging property? Yeah, girl, it's upside down. Yeah, unfortunately, Christine, term limits. Term limits. You know, and it's just, I'm sorry, all these people we see on the street, them the same people need to be registered to vote, and the same ones need to go to petition your congressman, email them, tweet them, go and vote, serve on juries when they call you, go to city council meetings. Okay, you can we need to do everything. Nothing, Laverne, he did nothing like that. Nothing like that. Remember when Colin Kaepernick was taking a knee on the field, and then other football players were like trying to do it too, and he comes on the screen talking about, if you see someone disrespecting the flag or disrespecting the national anthem, get that son of a bitch off the field. Well, which one? Okay, so we tried it peaceful, like you didn't like it. Now that you see protests, you kind of don't like it, but now you see looting and violence. Oh, you want to bring in what? Seriously? Sad. It's ridiculous. Like, you're the president of the United States. Maybe he's brought false peace to the people who got him in the office, though, April. That's correct, Daryl Moore. We should do that. I'm already registered to vote. I'm actually going to look into getting a concealed carry permit myself. But I also have to figure out how I'm going to do that, because I have an aunt with dementia. I need to make sure it's out of her reach, that she doesn't get a hold of it, but at the same time that I can get a hold of it if necessary. Oh my goodness. He said, is that your Bob? He said it's a Bob. Oh Lord. I just a lockbox. Okay. I'm gonna get with you after the live. Okay. Okay. But just like Daryl Moore said, I still think 666 should be on his forehead. He's just, oh Lord, he's just. And I'm still trying to figure out how do people. And then the thing is, a lot of ministers have come out. Bishop Gregory I think it's Gregory Davis, who is the president of the United States Council of Bishops for the United States, the USCCB. He's over all the Catholic Church in the United States. He came out against Trump doing this. Okay. You have other ministers who are coming out against him. But still, you got white Republicans. And I'm not sure how many other white evangelicals. I'm sure they probably talking right now, figure out what they're going to say. But how do you say this is okay? You didn't open it up and read a scripture, which, by the way, you're the president. That's not your job. I don't see nobody from this man's church. Matter of fact, you went in front of these people's church. Did you ask them, could you go over there? Now, they already had their stuff boarded up because they fear looting. Plus, they already were online because of the quarantine. Did you call up the reverend? And say you can use their church for a photo opportunity? I still don't. And then the ones I know it's going to be Omarosa. Well, maybe Omarosa, madam. She probably won't. But Dominic Silk, Candace Owens, and what's that other guy on CNN? Or not on CNN. He was on Fox News. He was talking to Roland Martin the other day. They were debating. But it's like, how are y'all explaining this? That's what I'm saying. There are literally open contradictions about this man since before he became president. And still there are people always giving a reason why he should still be there. And I'm just like, why? How are you doing this? And then when I looked at George Floyd's, don't forget to press like, share with your other friends. I'm about 463 subscribers. I would love to get some more. So those of you in the bushes who haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and help me to my halfway goal. My ultimate goal is 1,000, so I can get really, because I want to be able to take my smartphone anywhere, any place to do lives, because I actually want to start like an exercise vlog for like big girls, but I need a phone. I can't take this Chromebook outside with me, so I need 1,000 for that. But if y'all can give me the 500, that'd be great. See, Roland, see? There was more heightened police here in Houston. One of my friends, she's actually a police officer. Because I went to the high school for law enforcement and criminal justice. And so half of us wanted to be lawyers and half of us wanted to be police officers. So that's how it happened. So the ones who enter the law enforcement, they're out there in their riot gear. They've been called to go. Oh, the pastor said he was not been in the church? Wait, not even on certain holidays? Didn't one of the former presidents die? Didn't they have his funeral in that church? Didn't he go? I know I saw him on the front row. I think it was Daddy Bush. But he golfing so much, you never see him there every Sunday. What? Seriously, Laverne? Oh, praying. No, but remember George H.W. Bush died, and they had all the presidents at the one in Washington D.C. because there's like an official, because the family had their own service. Did he golf with the Clintons now, or was it back then? Laverne, I thought that was a vampire. Vampire can't go into the church. Exactly, Mary Church. Stop pretending. And I really do want to see his transcripts from high school and college. I want to see him. Did you get life experience for certain classes? Did you even go? What was your SAT score? What was your SAT score? ACT score? Yeah, and Nita B. Hey, Nita B. In Houston, they were at the end of the protest today. The police was like trying to move the crowd to go one route back to Discovery Green. But some protesters, they either want to go a faster route that they know, or they're not ready to go home yet. And they were just trying to move them into, yeah. But helicopters to make them leave. Okay. But ironically, what has happened, there were peaceful protests that evolved into looting and rioting. But now that they sent in the National Guard and instilled a curfew in certain places, it has now turned things into peaceful protests where people are just like, okay, you don't want us to go? We're not moving. We're just going to sit here. Because what can you do? Do you really want to go over and arrest people who are just sitting there peacefully versus looting? How's that going to look? I think April, they have what's called legacy, and it helps you boost you up certain points. Okay, April, what I'm saying. Okay, that's a cool point. They have what's called legacy, and so if your parents went there, and then they look at your name, they know who you are, and he probably got paid, or someone helped him to ace his interview. He probably went to the right school because his parents could send him there. His dad probably had friends who went to the school too. So that helps you get in. I've seen April. He was an F student. He probably had to go to summer school. Yeah, April. I've seen a few videos though where the black people were trying to stop looters. I've seen a few. April said she thinks he's a little special. He could be a little special. Yeah. Just Z. There are black wealthy people too who that happens to. I'm sure Sasha and Malia Obama, that's how they got. Well, that's probably how Malia Obama got into Harvard. I mean, she went to the same school that former president's children went to. She's had the best education. She knows how to make a really good high SAT, ACT score. They probably saw her name on the thing like, oh, Obama. Okay. Clint. There you go. Both her parents are Ivy League, so Same thing. I went to Texas A&M, and I met lots of people who were second, third generation Aggie, and they were always making comments about, oh, the black people need to get here on merit. That's not fair. But some of y'all got into school because your grandpa and your grandma, well, probably your grandpa, your grandma, and your dad went there. So as soon as I find any cousins that's going to Texas A&M, I'm like, you better put my name on that list so you can move a couple points higher than somebody else. April, yes. So she got in on Legacy too. Don't forget to hit the like button. I don't think nobody's flagging. I don't think. So, but yeah, like you over here, and I saw a clip with George Floyd's brother, who's here in Houston, and his family, by the way, was at the Houston protest today, and they said that they appreciate all the love that everyone's giving for their brother, and they appreciate the protest. But they were like, "Can y'all please keep it peaceful, in the memory of their brother? Please keep it peaceful," you know. But the man started crying. I almost started crying too. He talked about how he's felt because of his brother's death. And they asked him, did you get a call from the president? And he said, no, I didn't get a call from the president. And he's like, it's a little late. And even if I got one, I wouldn't want it. Like the mayor of Minneapolis called him about his brother. The police chief in Minneapolis took his hat off and said he was sorry what happened to his brother, and that those police officers responsible should be that we fired them as soon as possible. But as far as the arrest and thing goes, that is up to the county district attorney. That was St. Paul, Minnesota. That was a couple of years ago. That was Philando Castile. But Minneapolis and St. Paul are like right next to each other. Kind of like Houston and Missouri City. They're like right next door to each other. Oh, she's back on TV? What channel, Dog Cigar? Christine Parks. No, I don't know the family personally. I actually know people who like went to school with him. They went to Jack Yates, and Jack Yates is actually not that far from my house. When I was educational specialist, I used to help kids on probation, help them find a school. And so sometimes I would visit their schools to see what kind of problems they were having. And so a couple of times I would have to go to Yates. But Yates is in Third Ward, right next to TSU and U of H. They spoke to his coach. One of the reporters today on Channel 11, KHOU, he spoke to his former coach. They asked him, like, what was he like as a student? He said he was soft-spoken. He followed directions. He's like, I'm really going to miss him. Yeah, some of the black cops were fighting in Atlanta. Because guess what they decided to do? There were some students who were protesting peacefully from Spelman and Morehouse, and they arrested them. So it's like the cops are still doing the thing that we're complaining to them about, whether you're peaceful or not. So I'm just like, what can we do? Yeah. Sonia, do you know Dog Cigar? Is it a repeat from her calling in to Anderson Cooper, or is it just another? They're calling to talk to her again. So, but yeah, it's just compared to a lot of places, I'm blessed, and I'm glad. And I've been praying for my friends who are activists or who just are going to go out and protest, and also for my friend today who's actually a police officer. Because we've had like 3 protests. We had one Friday, Saturday, and today. Today was the largest one. But Friday's protest, we actually had 200 protesters arrested. So even though we're not having the violence like other cities, and the cops look like, even though Chief Acevedo, he's talking a good, I think he's trying to be cooperative with the protesters, or at least the heads of the organizations protesting. But I'm not sure if his heart is all in it, if he's also being political, because it's like when my friends who are protesting are going live in the protest and they're showing me how some of the cops are pushing down or pushing protesters because they're not going in the right direction they want them to, and they're actually not doing anything, that really gives me pause. Like, I'm seeing this image, but y'all showing a different image on that TV screen. I can't tell my husband's in charge of the remote. Oh, okay. Sorry, Dr. God. Hey, Jacqueline. So, but yeah, this is our president. I'm just trying to figure it out, y'all. Oh, speaking of Nita B, guess what else they did in Houston today? And luckily, some of my protester friends caught it, and they actually had to contact the police to let them know. There were certain places. Yeah, I was trying to on my phone. There you go, Dog Cigar. Thank you for reminding me, April. They actually put stacks of rocks in certain places around downtown. So it's like somebody put those rocks there, hoping that protesters would get so angry enough that they would use them against the police, or against certain businesses. And I'm just like, wow. Luckily, they had they saw the police and they got rid of them. But it's just like, wow, there are some people really trying to set us up. Hey, Rita, you didn't get my notification. Please, when you subscribe, hit the bell and click all notifications. That means every time I go live, you should get a reminder. I also put reminders on all my social medias. And you're welcome, Doc Cigar. And also on my Let Me See Your Transcript Facebook page. I will Let Me See Your Transcript Facebook page, because eventually when I get a little bit more money, but my laptop is my first priority. I want to get StreamYard, the other account where I can stream to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Yeah. Let me see if I can find. I really need to see if I can get some of my activist friends. I know, because sometimes they do a lot. To come on the stream one day and just have them talk to y'all about what it goes through to actually they have to go through to prepare to do a protest. You can be a father that's far away. Maybe she was gonna come visit. Or he was gonna go visit her. Oh, the audacity. Hey, Miss MW50. Yeah, just like, and then they try to malign his image. They put out, I guess he had did a porn video or something, and then they put that out, and I'm just like, it ain't prostitution. What does it have to do with him getting killed? Yeah, because he actually had some issues with the police. There was a thing called the Harding Street, what do you call it? Harding Street incident, where the cops, based on a informant, said that, oh, these two people were selling heroin, and they went and knocked on down their house. Okay, that's good. Yeah. That's great, Dog Cigar. And that's why I saw that there were some protesters out there with their children that I thought was great. But then some people thought, why are you bringing your child to a protest? And I'm just like, there were children protesting back then. My thing is, why is the police macing a child? What did that child do to you? That child didn't have no rock in their hand. Like, what is the problem? Yeah. Oh, what I was saying about the Harding incident here in Houston, these police officers, they went inside, did a raid, but the two people inside, they ended up killing them. And according to the officers, they were like, oh, we knocked, said who we were. They had guns and shot back. But then when the evidence, then they started doing their investigation. They're like, wait a minute, we don't see no heroin. You said was in here. Who is this informant? They're looking at all the bullet holes and looking for guns and stuff these people had, and they were like, wait a minute, there's no way you guys could have came in here. April, I just said. April. I love you, the love of the Lord. George Floyd did a porno. One. That's not illegal. Because they're trying to be negative about his character. Okay? All right. And then they noticed that these two cops, they start looking at their arrest record. Oh, okay. I understand, April. They start looking at their arrest record and figured out that, hey, why do you guys have the same informant for a lot of your cases? And so now what they ended up doing, they ended up charging both of those officers for killing those two people. And it was in this instance, it was ironic, maybe not. They were two white people. They're a white couple who lived in East End, which is basically a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood. But they killed them. And they deserve justice too. And actually, Black Lives Matter has been advocating for them. Because it's not like they're just for black, they are for Black Lives Mattering, but they're also for ending police brutality. Those people got killed for that. And basically, these two cops, did get arrested. I'm not sure when their trial is going to be. They were bonded out. The police, president of the police union, he's from New York, so when he talks, it's just like it reminds me of New York all the time. And he's trying to advocate, like, oh, these people, they were being violent against police officers. You have a thing on our back because of what you did. And I'm thinking to myself, these two cops killed somebody. And then a lot about where they're supposed to go and the people they wanted to go after. It was supposed to be, I think, a different house. It wasn't even these two people, but you killed two individuals. You found a little drugs on them, but not like all this heroin you said that they were going to distribute to the whole city. And those two cops, they ended up sending a letter. They ended up looking at all their cases. Now the county has to review all these two policemen's cases to see if there was any type of corruption, because they messed up this case and killed two people based on the wrong evidence. Then now one of the people who was on that list was George Floyd. That might be why he wanted a new start. He was like, here I got arrested because of this bad cop. Because it's drama, it keeps the story going, and the reporters, there's bias. Wait, Charlamagne the God is on CNN? They couldn't call nobody else. He's like a broke clock. He's at least right at least 2 times a day. But at the time, you had Umar Johnson on your show. Yeah. So, all right. But another title of my live was, excuse me, Mr. President, I have some questions. And we need some answers. My first question is, why were you hiding in that bunker Saturday and Sunday night? Where was Melania and Barron at? They were with you too, or somewhere else? Why haven't you called the Floyd family's home? Why do you keep tweeting all the time? Who was in the room that suggested that you go do a photo op in front of this church? Why didn't you call the pastors them first? Did you read that Bible before you got out there? Did you forget the scripture? Have you not held a Bible before? What was... Oh, wow, Dog Cigar. I got to get you on a stream. I might even need you to talk to my class one day. Exactly, Dog Cigar. What was your... Okay, did you kill Jeffrey Epstein? Did he really kill himself, or was it the Clintons? Which one is it? I think they might stop protesting when those 3 other police officers get arrested too. I think a lot of the leaders of these different organizations, they all should get on a big old Zoom meeting call and say, okay, y'all, we're gonna keep the protest going until them 3 officers. Yeah. Oh, when did he call? Hey, Life is Light, I've been asking about you. I finally texted you. Like, where you at? When did he call? Life is Light? Was it today or yesterday? Because when the brother was on CNN the other day, he said he hadn't even called. Oh wow, who said he did? Hitler did the same thing. Really, MSN? Really, Miss MW? What? My thing is, look, you could have just stayed in front of the White House for that photo op, and you literally tear gas people. I don't know who asked you to use tear gas. Did you ask someone in the room? What? It's just anonymous? Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Did you have him silenced? Did he commit suicide, or was it the Clintons? Like, do you pray over your meals? Have you been to an evangelical church? Like, have you been to church lately besides this one? Do you go to online church? Why are you always golfing? Why are you always on Twitter? You know? Nasty man. Why you been bankrupt so many times? Why you got that comb over? Why can't you get a better, Is Pence telling you to do all this stuff? If he is, he wants your job. Okay, Doc Cigar, if you can put it in the chat, that would be great. Like, I'm just, oh Lord. Okay, but be honest. Let's be honest about something though. Which of us was really hoping that some protesters was going to cross that barricade and go into the White House and get his ass? Now, since the Secret Service, the government might be watching, maybe just put like a 1 or 2. Put a 1 in the chat. 1 for yes, 2 for no. 3 for I'm undecided. Yeah, Christine, the family independent autopsy said he died from asphyxiation. The state was trying to say, oh, he died, he had this in his system, and these are the underlying reasons why he died. I'm like, really? Not the man pressing on his fucking neck? Oh, yeah, he need a PIP. He does. Like, why can't you get a better tan? Is that, are you going to the machine? Or are you getting like the spray on tan? Or is that makeup? Just me. Why don't you? Why don't you close your eyes? Oh, yeah, the lies they tell. Yeah. Yeah, in Hong Kong, was originally like a province or controlled by Great Britain, and then they became like their own little. They became back a part of China, but Hong Kong had always had like civil liberties, and civil rights under England. And so when they were no longer under England and now they're under China, which is a communist country, that's why Hong Kong started protesting. Hey, Sarah Van. And so China is trying to send in their police and stuff to restrict them. And unfortunately, the United States under him has been supporting them. So just like, and so a lot of other people, including the United States, citizens have been sympathetic to the people in Hong Kong when they were protesting. And so just as people here started protesting about George Floyd, they started protesting against their government again. But also, there have been George Floyd protests in Toronto, Canada, London, England, and in Germany. And I just saw a really pretty mural that someone did of George Floyd, I believe in the Middle East. It was very beautiful. Hey, legit doctorate. Hey, legit doctorate. Do you want to? Can you come on the stream? I wanted a minister's opinion about President Trump and his Bible in front of his church. Just I don't think those other countries like London, Toronto and England are hijacking our protests, that's actually showing solidarity. Because when other countries are protesting, for example, when there are people protesting Israel and how they treat Palestinians, people over here protest. Now, the ones who I think are hijacking our protests are these people, white people who are not for Black Lives Matter, but they're just out there looting and starting shit. Like, those are the ones I'm concerned about. Or the people who say, when you say Black Lives Matter, they say all lives matter. Like, you weren't saying all lives matter before I said Black Lives Matter. And when people say, say something about, donate to breast cancer awareness, no one ever says, oh, why don't we donate to all the cancer awareness foundations? And no one says that. Who got orange dye? His tan is orange dye? What's going on? Legit doctor, did you hear my question? For New Zealand? I can believe it. Because I like the way what they did after they had their when they had that shooting at that mosque, or was it a church? And they immediately got a gun bill passed. And I'm like, wow. And the prime minister came out and said something like a leader should to the victims and to the people in the community. I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, it's upside down, Dog Cigar. You missed that part. Hey, Deborah Dickerson, how you doing? Um, you can put you don't have to be on the screen. We can just hear your voice. Okay, thank you so much. Let me get stop this screen. Okay. And let's get okay. Here you go. Legit doctorate. There we go. Because I see, are those heart eyes or star eyes you got on your message? Thanks for the link, Dog Cigar. I'm gonna look at it after the live. It looks very interesting. Hey, I am Tanika. Can you drop your link to your civil unrest, Congress, and your next stimulus? Oh, let me do it. I think I can. So everyone has it. Because we share and support each other all over here. Civil unrest, Congress, and your stimulus. Okay, I put it in the chat for y'all. That is from I am Tanika Shanette. Also, guys, let's make sure we do this because I want us to support each other. Let's make sure if you have a channel that you are like you're trying to build your channel, you're trying to do things with, let's make sure we like and subscribe each other's channels, okay? Because I know I'm subscribed to Tanika Shanette, and I'm also subscribed to Elizabeth, which is the other sponsor of Daryl. And I also know Gigi Gaines, I'm subscribed to. I'm subscribed to April. And who else am I subscribed to? Mad Church Disease, Roxanne. Yeah. Nita B, are you going to be doing things on your channel soon, or is it just going to be Facebook? That's my next thing to do is get on Periscope. And April, what I would suggest, since you're the expert with Twitter and Periscope, maybe you should do a video about that. You did, Life for Slay? I'm sorry. I have 5 email accounts. I just been going. I'm gonna get there. I promise. Thanks, Sarah Vaughn. I'm glad you are enjoying it. What happened to Legit Doctorate? I sent him the link. Where'd he go? Did he go? Oh, there he is. I'm so sorry. He's like right here. And I'm supposed to be. Hey, Legit Doctorate. I'm sorry. I was like, wait. I'm like, where is he at? And then you're over here. I'm supposed to put you on here.
Good afternoon to everyone on the West Coast, and good evening to everyone on the East Coast.
Thank you for coming on, Legit Doctor. Really do appreciate it.
Sure. How might I help you?
Yeah, I wanted to get your, I guess, since you are a pastor of a church in, hold on, someone's trying to come in. Pastor of a church. I wanted to get your take on it from a religious point of view, a biblical point of view. Hey, Daryl,
hey, everybody, how you doing?
What President Trump did in getting this photo op on Monday. You tear gas people out of a park in front of the White House who are actually peacefully protesting, doing their First Amendment right, to go take a picture in front of a church that is closed because of COVID. I mean, like, what if he did that to your church?
Well, the Episcopate over the Diocese of Washington, D.C. was very upset that he used St. John's Episcopal Church for the backdrop for this photo opportunity. And she wrote a scathing letter denigrating him by having the audacity to do so. I think that it shows his profound recklessness and lack of integrity and a sense of Christian ethics. But I had a professor in graduate school who said that in order to exemplify Christian ethics, 2 things must be apparent. First of all, you must be Christian. And second of all, you must have some ethics. He has neither.
Agree.
What was your first reaction when you saw it? When he saw him in front of that church with the Bible?
I wanted someone to ask him for 2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians. Whose Bible do you think that is?
Well, he's appealing to the evangelical crowd, and it's pretty much a dog whistle is what he's doing. He's saying, what I'm for is I'm supporting you, so I expect you to support me as I seek to put these darkies in their place.
Yeah. Has your church, has the bishop of the United Methodist Church said
Yeah.
anything, made a statement?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm AME, and my bishop
Oh,
is
you were AME.
the
Okay. What
senior
is the
nation. They made a statement denouncing him.
okay? So you got
Not
AME,
only
United Methodist, you
made
got
unity
Catholic
supported him.
and
He
Episcopal all denouncing
supported
what he did.
by
You're breaking up legit doctorate.
I said no mainline denomination has offered him any support. His support has come from evangelicals and primarily racist evangelicals.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So what do you think? What do you think that white evangelicals may say tomorrow in the next couple of days?
They will be mute,
Or do you think some of them
just as they've been about
they're
many.
okay? Because occasionally they don't make
They
excuses
will
for
be
him. I'm just
mute,
like,
just as they've been.
do you think
It's
some of them are actually grappling with what's going on and may just decide not to support him in November?
Oh no, they're going to support him because they're too far out on the limb.
What do you think Black Christians need to do?
I think that they need to exercise the ballot box. We sat at home during the last election. We can ill afford to do that again.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. Then also we got to deal with voter suppression in certain places. I know, like for Houston, when it was I think midterm elections 2018, it was a blue wave because everyone was voting in people who were in opposition to him. But then in 2020, it's like now we are having these primaries and we're seeing a lot of opposition, a lot of states switching, moving polling places and making it hard for these blue counties and blue cities to vote. Yeah. So I agree, Christine. We need to run, pray, and vote.
And get a gun.
Anything else you want to ask? Legit doctorate?
I think you might have lost him.
Legit doctorate?
You're on target.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for coming on. I know you said you weren't camera ready, but you definitely. What did you say? There's a delay.
Mm-hmm. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, I have a slight delay on my end. Maybe it's because.
Okay.
Maybe it's.
Daryl, what do you have to?
Well, I'm down here in the belly of it, so to speak. I'm down here at my night job and at the city and county jail, and I'm in the after effects of the looting that took place by the outsiders that were blending in with the peaceful protesters, and it's a ghost town down here. I mean, it's nobody's on the street now but the National Guard. I posted a little video a minute ago when I took a quick break. They have Humvees going up and down the street
Wow.
guns on the top. They're going up and down the street, block by block.
Are there any police on? Are there any police on
Mhm.
the roofs?
Not here. I couldn't tell if they were, but I know that there's a big problem over at the first district, which is on the west side of town, because everything jumped off here at the main headquarters, and then they're over there today. It was real bad. They had all hands on deck over there because the protesters were over there and law enforcement's over there. You cannot get into downtown at all. All the state troopers have all the on ramps to downtown blocked off. And I was lucky to get through because I was coming to work here. Originally, the curfew was supposed to end the night at 8, and I had to be at work at 7. And then I got a message right before I came when I was talking to them, they extended it tomorrow. But since I've been here, now the curfews are extended until Friday. So we're going to be on lockdown until Friday. And Trump has requested some of our National Guard units from here be sent to D.C. to protect him because he's scared. He actually fears. He actually fears an overthrow. Yeah, he actually
of the armed forces.
Yeah, he actually fears that the people are going to try to take over D.C. and over.
But you're taking them from Ohio, who just had an incident.
Yep.
Does that make any difference?
Yeah, we're already thin, and so he's taking some of the troops from here to bring them to D.C. to help protect him. And yeah, so it's getting thick. It's getting real bad. It's when I tell you this street, it looks like a scene out of I Am Legend. Minus, I mean, the streets are this empty, no lie. I stood in the middle of the street with my phone looking both ways, and I don't think 4 cars came by, and they were all police vehicles and vans loaded down with officers in full gear. That was the only thing.
Yeah, a friend of mine, she had to put on her gear. She showed all the stuff she had to wear, her helmet with the shield in the front.
We're talking about a major U.S. city where the entire downtown is completely cordoned off.
That's
nobody on the street. And if anybody's on the street, they're walking. And after 8 o'clock, nobody can be on the street other than police and the National Guard downtown in a grid. They have everything shut off down here. And, you know, if you saw my videos and stuff, the jail is across the freeway from the Brown Stadium, and City Hall is up the block. Everything is shut down. All the courthouses, everything was within a 4-block radius. Everything is shut down. But they have, I want to say 3 miles each way shut down. That's a large area. And there are people that live in some of these high rises down here. And, you know, imagine you living down here, you're trying to get in and out to get groceries. People work down here. They can't, the buildings that weren't looted can't even bring their employees in. Nobody's allowed downtown. Nobody. I mean, only law enforcement is down here. And people that are supporting law enforcement. And I happen to be working in this building. And I had to jump through a hoop to get through a checkpoint. The only reason he let me through because I had on my scrubs and my gear, and I showed him my driver's license. I said, hey, I'm going to the jail. And I guess he realized, he said, who would lie about something like that? So he just let me pass through. But you have to show ID and a just cause why you're trying to get access to downtown. And now they've extended it out to Friday. It's going to be a madhouse. Because when the weekend comes, the protests are going to pick back up.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very intense. And on top of that, now the governors have all started moving the National Guard troops around. The ones that Trump
our
decided.
governor has.
Now
our governor has too.
So you got to realize, not just Cleveland has problems here. You got the state capitol that was vandalized last Friday. They actually broke into our Capitol building and vandalized it.
I was going to ask a question about that because you were at, you had a really good video where you were at the protest. And like you were walking back with your son, and then all of a sudden you just saw smoke. In my mind, I kind of want to go there. I know you tell me don't go there, don't take that class, don't take the class. But I'm going to take that class because I have to think about other stuff.
Mhm.
Do you think maybe was that really outside agitator? Was the police just made that up so they can just get
No,
everybody out?
no. Originally, the chief of police said it was outside agitators, and then they turned around and tried to shoot him down and say that no, all the people that it was 99 people that got arrested that day, and over the weekend they tried to say it was local. But when we first went to the protest, everything was peaceful. We circled the jailhouse. We went to the park. When we were on our way to the park, there was the outside agitators tried to go up to the side entrance over that way where I'm sitting.
Mm-hmm.
If I could, I would. Let me see if I can turn around. I don't know if you can see over there where I'm pointing. Can you see it where I'm pointing?
Yeah, I can see it.
That door is where they went and tried to
Come in.
come in and break those glasses. That's the sheriff entrance of the building. I'm right here, which is the main entrance, Ontario Street. So when we marched over from the park, which was Freedom Park, there's a big stamp that says free. The agitators tried to go to that door that I showed you to try to break in, and they were throwing stuff at the glass. Mind you, this glass is this thick, and they were trying to break it.
Mm-hmm.
And the organizers, which was Black Lives Matter and some other people, they came and they stopped them and made them leave. So they followed us over to the park. Tamir Rice's mother spoke, and some other people from town spoke. Then we marched back. We came to the back entrance over this way and down the back side of the jail. But the agitators, they doubled back around to that original entrance where they were trying to gain entry. And while we were on this side over here, where I'm pointing now, while we were over here, which is Ontario Street, because my son, if you saw the video, my son was standing up and I told him, I said, if something go wrong, you get down and get behind
He was
me.
like,
Right.
get down.
Yeah. And so while we were peacefully demonstrating, and I said, well, I think it's about to get a little intense. I said, let's just go on and get in the car and beat the traffic. And as we walked down the sidewalk and looked to our left, the first set of tear gas and flashbangs from the law enforcement were going off because they were backing those outside agitators up, because they were out there throwing projectiles and water bottles and whatever they could get in their hand, bricks. So it got intense. These people reached in there underneath their coats or whatever they had on and pulled out sledgehammers and started busting the glasses and spray painting graffiti all over the columns of the building after police. You know, it clearly it was outside agitated. Black people don't call the cops pigs. That's a 60s term. That's something that somebody they were spray painting faces of pigs on the columns.
We'll say fuck the 12 police or fuck 12.
Yeah, fuck 12 or FTP. That's what they was putting all over everything and drawing pictures of pigs with cop hats on. The same graffiti. If you look all over the United States, the same picture of that pig with the cop hat, the same spray paint. So whoever these people were, the infiltrators.
They had a meeting and said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to spray.
Right. And they sprayed the same thing everywhere. And so here's the thing. Trump is trying to say it's this group called Antifa. But MSNBC did a story and found out that white supremacists had infiltrated the protest marches around the country. And they were the ones doing the looting and the attacking and all that, so that Black Lives Matter and other organizations would get blamed. These people were not from here that was doing this. But when they did what they did and people started scattering, the SWAT team came out of the tunnel, which is underneath this building, to try to circle behind them. And then the SWAT team was on the steps, came down, so they were trying to pin them in. By this time, you know, you was watching my video, you started panicking and freaking out. Daryl. And because my phone went dead because I went into the tunnel and you panicked, you thought somebody shot me in the ass. And I was already long gone. So me and my son got away. And as soon as we got down the freeway, that's when they set the first two cars on fire. And we saw it on the phone. They burned up two cop cars, and had I been working that day, my car would have been parked over there where there was. My car would probably got burned up too. So this is my first time back since all this happened Saturday. And everything that I saw that was destroyed out here, they had crews when I got to work cleaning stuff up. SWAT teams were coming back from their protesters on the west side of town. And then when the sun went down, at 8 o'clock kicked in, when the National Guard started coming through and sweeping the streets. Because nobody can be on the street after 8. And of course, we had a Karen and a Bobby walking their Labrador, and that didn't end well. right out here in front of the jail. Now, they done told you plain as day you can't be outside. And they walking their dog at 8:30.
What kind of dog?
It was a pretty little black lab, the size of a boy. Big old pretty, and then the dog just wagging the tail. I said, y'all need to go and get home. And they looked at me and, well, we live out here. I said, you still can't be on the street in front of the jail. 8:30.
They probably are plants. They're probably scouting the area. They're going to go back and report to everybody else.
Well, I know one thing, it didn't end well. That's all I'm going to say.
They arrested them?
They got, I don't know what happened. All I know, Dog and Bobby and Karen got in the back of that, of a nice white van. So I came on.
Lord forgive me. I feel sorry for the dog.
So I put my cigar out and I was like, ooh, I got a little tight. My butt cheeks got a little tight. I was like, oops. I was up. I said, I know if they putting them in a van, ain't no telling where they put me. They put me in the bottom of that lake out there. So I said, oh, time to go. And I was less than 50 feet from this front door. I said, oh, it's time to get back inside where I belong. Because old boy was on top of that Humvee like this with his hand on the gun. Yeah, that one of them had a water cannon and the other one was like, brrr. They ain't playing. They ain't playing out here.
This looks like Kent State, Jackson State. This looks like...
Well, you know, Kent State is only 45 minutes from here. Yeah, where they shot them students that time? Yeah. The town of Kent, Ohio, it's like 45 minutes from here. Kent and Akron are like close by each other. Yeah. One of my fraternity brothers was on campus that day when the shooting happened. He always tells me that story, and I'm sitting there, and he's like, he had just got out from the cafeteria and went to his dorm when they started shooting. The National Guard started shooting the students.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But it is, when I tell you, I don't know about the rest of the people that's watching tonight. I'm down here where the rioting started, and I'm here now. The after effect, the streets is completely empty. It is so quiet, you can hear the hum of the city light. You know, the light posts, you know, how when they come on and you hear it hum, it's that quiet down here.
Is it more empty than it was when it was like in the middle of the quarantine in April?
A whole lot. Nobody out here. When I tell you I'm looking out now, the only people that's riding by is law enforcement. Because they're not allowing anybody, even if you live downtown and you can't drive, you have to be walking wherever you go. And after 8 o'clock, if you ain't got what you need to make it through the night, you just, oh well. They're not playing. They're not playing. They're looking in them gun trucks. That's automatic, 100 rounds real quick. They ain't playing. When Trump did what he did yesterday, that gave them the gaslight to do whatever they want to use excessive force. And on a different scale, not just police scale. Now you're talking military. And see, military is not trained. Who ordered? Oh, that was you?
But I usually hear from
guys
in the military, their thing is they have to think more critically about the situation before they pull the trigger. Because if they decide to pull the trigger, it's like, okay, this is with intent. Because I know I'm about to do some damage.
Military trained to kill.
Like these cops are not.
No.
They're just like.
Military is trained to kill.
I'm fearing for my life. I'm like, how you feel for your life? You ain't in a war zone.
Yeah, but see, no, you got to understand. Military, you're trained to kill like that. They're not trained to do crowd control and all the other crap like the law enforcement are. See, they look and react. Military, strike first. So you got people that are trained to eliminate a potential threat on site instantly, no hesitation. So when you got somebody in a hostile environment and they fully locked down with military gear, firearms, and weaponry, their initial training teaches them to eliminate the situation. So these guys riding on the back of these Humvees on top with guns on the top, as soon as they see a threat, they're not asking no questions. They might, because some of them are reservists or National Guard, but you give them any reason to let off some of them. If you're lucky, they shooting rubber bullets at you. But if not, or if they view you as a threat, they're not hitting you with rubber. They're hitting you with the real pain. So, especially with these cops, 4 cops got shot in St. Louis last night. Las Vegas, a guy got ambushed and shot from behind in the head on life support, and about to pull. I think they pulled the plug on him. I think he died, from what my
Oh.
friend out there said. So I mean, and then the federal
And
agent
then
that
that
got killed.
lady in New
Yeah,
York, she threw a Molotov cocktail in their car.
that idiot, and she was a lawyer. And then the other guy that they
She's
got,
a lawyer?
she's a lawyer. And then
Oh my
the
goodness.
black guy was a lawyer too. He tried to throw a Molotov. They got two of them. Both of them lawyers.
I thought it was just,
Ivy League lawyers at that. So law license gone, convicted felon in prison. It's gonna be for a very long time because they tried to kill. They're gonna charge him with attempted murder. And New York known for giving you 25 to life. So
oh my goodness.
I feel so out of it. I'm here without my puppy mug. No, nothing. I'm just drinking energy drinks, looking at the clock, and it's like taking forever to get around to 11. I got an hour and a half here.
So they are gonna let you leave.
Yeah, but it's only one route out of town, downtown. One route, and I gotta take it.
Will that make you a long
And
time to get home?
they have you snaking through because they got one route in.
Mm-hmm.
You can only come in, and then if you don't get through the checkpoint, they make you turn around and go on, keep going. But it's only one route out. And when I hit it, I'm gonna hit it with a force.
Don't you stop.
No,
I'm
no.
going home, sir.
I ain't got no time to be playing around. Okay, that's one cop car just drove by. But it's really it's different when you see something on TV and then when you actually experience it. And I'm actually experiencing this, and I'm actually at the police headquarters. I'm not just randomly at some building downtown. I'm actually at the police headquarters where it all jumped off here in Cleveland. And it's very tense here, very, very tense.
Okay.
But I didn't mean to hold you still up. I'm sorry.
No, that's no problem. We wanted, I think the discussion of what's especially been going on the last couple of days, like people been wanting to listen to it, they've been wanting to hear about it. And like you said, you were on the ground. I was here, my activist friends are here. Like I was worried about you at your protest. I'm worried about them at the protest. I think Sunday night, no, I think it was Saturday night. I was contacting all of my activist friends to ask them were they at home. And one didn't get home until like 2:00 in the morning. She was like the last one. And I'm like, are you home? Yeah, I'm home. And I'm just like,
from this jail, every store or shop on the first floor of any building within a mile radius of here got looted.
damn.
Yeah, in every direction.
That was strategic. That was planned.
Grocery stores, clothing stores, jewelry stores, banks, all and so next door. All
Did they get any money out of the bank? Because it's like you got to get into the.
That's what I'm saying. You think about that. You know how hard it is to get access to the vaults. Think about that.
They went to the ATMs and did something to get.
They were snatching ATMs off the wall. And what person walks around with tools that enable you to do that? Think about that. That was planned.
Oh, that is so sad. Life is late.
What happened? I'm looking.
A lady Saturday night got hit with a rubber bullet. In the head.
It got embedded. It got embedded in her head. It
was a girl in Washington, D.C. She was a night protester. She was young, and she had a Black Lives Matter shirt on, and she lifted her shirt, and she had still had a bruise from the rubber bullet.
Them rubber bullets, if they shoot you with the shotgun slug ones, it's strong enough to break your ribs. Yeah. Because, I mean, you can buy rubber bullets for any firearm, but if you're shooting it out of like a shotgun, it's nothing to play with. It'll do some damage, especially close range. There has been people that have been killed. If it hits you, like say if it hits you in the temple, you gone. Or, yeah. But y'all be careful out there.
Okay, you too.
I will. And y'all take it easy.
All right. See you later. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. All right, everyone. So, anything else y'all want to talk about? We need to discuss. The cigar vlogger is going to come on Wednesday. I believe his show is Daryl. Can you type in the chat what your show is going to be about tomorrow? Yeah, and see, I think there are black FBI agents, just like I think there are white FBI agents, and I think there are white and black and Hispanic or an Asian undercover cops. So sometimes I'm like, I see this looting and stuff, and I'm like, okay, are they Proud Boys or are they undercovers trying to undermine the protests or trying to arrest people? You know? So, but I want to say his live tomorrow is about, let me see if I can find it. I want to say it's about how to deal with racism. I'll put it. How to combat racism in the legal way. I'll put it in the chat. Okay, I put it in the chat. This is Daryl's video. So if you can go ahead and set your reminder, okay? And I'm going to put Tanika's email back in here too. This is a, what did she call it? Oh, civil protests. Right? Is that what she called it? Civil protest. Congress and your stimulus. Yes. Okay. Okay, Sonia. Can I follow you? Will you be posting more stuff about the Voice of America? And this is the other website that Dog Cigar put in. It was by someone named Anonymous. So I want to make sure. Deborah, was it the chat or was it the regular comment section? Oh wow, Dog Cigar. That's would y'all be interested if I brought on one or two of my activist friends and to them talk about how they organize protests? Here's another website link. Check out Liza Biddy's channel. She's one of Daryl's other sponsors. I also follow her too. She actually lives abroad, and so she also talks about how as a Black African American she started living abroad, how they're dealing with the coronavirus and COVID and quarantine. And so it's very interesting episodes that she has. Nita B, you have anything you want to on your website link or anything you want to put in the chat? Nita B does exercise on her channel. Yeah, they do. But if they watching, they're giving me the view. Thank you, hater. Now, if your comments were in were erased in the regular chat, it's probably not erased. It might be held for review, and Daryl needs to go in and click that he accepts it. Yeah, she does. She lives in the UAE. Nita B, did you put anything about your channel, Facebook, or Quarantine Fitness Live on Facebook, 3 p.m.? Okay. And is your Facebook 3 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday? And is this your page or is it like your actual Facebook group? Daryl. He's so funny. He's so silly. Nita B. She said Eastern Standard. Okay, thanks, Nita B. So tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it means Central Standard Time. It'll be 2 o'clock. There will be a quarantine, stress-free workout. I'm gonna put that on my calendar. Okay. All right. So that's great. Oh, Nita B had said it was 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, you said it was Saturday, not tomorrow? Okay, Nita B. Can you type that in the chat again? Nita B, the workout. Let me type it in here. Saturday, June 6th, 20 at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There you go. I typed it in there. This will be Facebook. Sorry. Nita B, can you drop your Facebook link in here? It's on Facebook, y'all. On Facebook, everybody. On Facebook. Okay. Anything else we want to okay. And thank you if you can cash at me so I can purchase a new laptop, because y'all see how the struggles I've been going through. Because I'm actually clear to y'all on my cell phone. I am on this laptop. Here's my cash app right here in front of y'all. Right here. Right. Hold on. Right there. Okay. Any amount, I will appreciate it. Please share my video. And if you haven't already, like it, share it, subscribe, hit the bell and all notifications. Help me get to 500. Appreciate it. Here's Lizabitty's page again. Here's some really good things on her website. She's also one of Daryl's sponsors. I'm actually subscribed to her as well. And let me see who else I need to highlight. Okay. Here's Tanika, one of the other sponsors of Daryl. I'm also subscribed to her as well. She has one about civil protest or civil unrest, Congress, and your stimulus. 12-minute video. Y'all need to go check it out. And it's I am Tanika Shanette. Okay, all together. No spaces. Okay. And let me see. What else? This is Daryl's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. How to combat racism in a legal way. His thumbnail is his puppy mug. You need to switch your puppy mug around. It's to the side, unless you did that on purpose. Okay. And then let's see. Sonia says she worked for Voices of America. Sonia, can we follow you to get more information on Voices of America? Dog Cigar, there's no S on transcript. Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all so much. Bear with me, technical difficulties, being here for this discussion, my thoughts. Thank you to Legit Doctor for coming on. Thank you to Daryl Moore for coming on. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. Share it to other people, to all of the people that I put their information in the chat and also on the screen. Okay? Y'all have a good night. And I will see y'all tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern on Daryl Moore or Darylism's Free Speech channel, where he tells us how to combat racism in the legal way. Thank y'all so much. Okay? All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Like, share, subscribe. We love you. I love y'all too.